Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 18th of September. So where we're sitting today, euro dollar, it's erring on the bullish side still. We've had the bounce off the weekly pivot yesterday. Came back, retested that as I'd hoped for, and gave us a nice move up to the daily pivot yesterday. Well, where are we today? Well, we're just closing in towards that point of resistance. There's a stack of previous highs here. It's about time we broke that really. Now whether it be today or another day we'll see, and it may still provide some resistance. 1745 is probably the major area there, but it's been a while, and it's a bit of a cup and saucer maybe or cup, that's it, cup and handle, that's it. I don't know where the saucer idea came from. Anyway, potential to see this continue pitching up at some point. 4 hourlies, well, coming into double top. Weekly R1 sitting around about there, not really telling me too much beyond that. 60-minute now. Looks like we've kissed the daily pivot today already. I mean, yesterday, sorry, I was talking about this a short while ago. It came back, just broke the weekly pivot, came back to kissed the 200. Nice move. It happened so quickly though to the daily pivot yesterday, but then went a lot further than I expected. I must admit, it went all through to its R1. It wasn't too sure to do that, but today we've already seen the R1 hit and the daily pivot hit, so it's really taken away some of my fire for today. We'll see, but maybe we'll see how it run post 8 o'clock. Now we have got Draghi speaking at 8:15, so it'll probably be wise to let that be out the way this morning for trading the euro. If it finishes anything like this, well, we may have another retest of the daily pivot at this rate in the 34 and the 50. It's looking at a sort of a bit toppy where it is, just on the short term. Arguably there'll be some divergence kicking through there, and there certainly is on the MACD sitting in there, so maybe today we'll see a bit of a correction back down towards the pivot, maybe more. But overall, I'm still remaining from the 4 hourly point of view. I said it yesterday, the higher lows, higher highs that we'd seen up until now. We haven't got a new high in yet, but we put the low didn't go past the previous low, so all good. Still bullish. Cable. Let's look at the bigger picture here first. We can get the dailies in. We really are flying on cable. It's got an untouched weekly pivot, and well, we may see a correction at some point. And looking at what we've seen here, it's a possibility. There's buy orders above where we are at the moment, which may still destroy it up for a further upside. Just looking at its daily 100 and monthly R1, just maybe giving some resistance at the moment. Coming down the time frame, so, and you can see it clearly, and you could see it in the dailies anyway, but the higher lows all the way through here, higher highs, it's been pushing up. Bit of divergence on the 4 hourly at the moment, and well, maybe we do a bit of a correction in these markets. With the cable, we've got the daily pivot untouched below, which with no speakers this morning may be a trade post 8 o'clock. We'll see. I'd have liked it to have pitched up a bit higher into a bit more resistance. As I said, there's some buy orders not far above, which may just above the pivot maybe, which may draw price. We'll see as we start action today. But for now, big picture bullish. Short term maybe with the divergence sitting there. See it. You can see it on the hourly as well. Got a bit of a stutter there. We may be pulling back towards that daily pivot. Okay, we've done the pound. Let's get on with the dollar yen. Dollar yen. So continued on the dailies already today. Big day so far. There was quite a large lump of buy orders sitting above the highs, and they've been cleared out on this current move here. Continuing softness there. There is the Bank of Japan meeting. I think it's tomorrow or Thursday, which maybe traders are getting preparing for that. But at the moment, with the high lows, high highs on this 4 hourly, it's still looking bullish, although I should imagine if we pop the MACD on there, there's a bit of divergence kicking across these highs here, so wary of the movement. But at the moment it's still pretty strong. As I said, we just run through right the way through a load of orders at the moment. Not a lot I could do trade wise on that today because the range, it's already done a hell of a range. It's done its daily range all in one go there, so maybe that, I mean, it's might be a tad overbought on some time frames, so we'll see. There's nothing, I'm looking at it for now. Aussie dollar, well, we had the monetary policy meeting minutes out, and they remain that there's going to be no changes for some time, although when the changes come, it's still looking like we'll see an uptick rather than anything else. But they're in the right place at the moment, so no real big surprises there. And well, the market's liked what it's heard so far, and pitched up and getting a sort of a maybe another move up towards that 4 hourly 200 even. Just looking at a time frame, and yeah, we've still got the on the monthlies there, we're still untouched monthly pivot above, so it could continue its route up to that sort of area. Coming down to 60 minutes, it really does sum up the life of the Aussie trader. You can get some lovely trends, but they're running for periods, and then they're sort of up and down, up and down. It's like a yo-yo. Almost, well, perhaps if we get a lesser move, then we may be able to buy into a retrace for a bigger move to the upside. We'll see. But it's done a solid old range for the day there at the moment, and doesn't leave much in the way of a target for an individual, for a day trader. And finally, the Canadian dollar. Well, it's sort of hanging there, and it looks like it may want to continue in this downward move. It's come up a bit short of the weekly pivot. I would like to have seen it pitch into that, but it's a tad short. 4 hourly bearish pivot swing sitting here. Maybe we'll see some more downside. It can be choppy through the days, as I often say. It can draw you in and then spit you out and take your stops, and on an intraday basis, bitty as anything. You see the size of some of these candles which just switch people backward and forward. Okay, sometimes it's news that's creating that, but there is news at 1:30 for the Canadian dollar. We've got manufacturing sales later, but it's very low key in terms of expectation of volatility from it. That's about it really. Say the bigger picture on that Canadian dollar really does look like it's going to roll over a little bit more and continue to the downside. So all in all, possibly best trade in the morning could come from the cable if it rolls over here. We'll see. Just see how it shapes up this morning post 8 o'clock, but that could give us a move at least, with some statistical probability about it. Right, have a great day. Bye.